Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandra Vecic. But Alcaraz, superstar, absolute superstar. How does it feel to know that at one point you guys were there together and now you see what he's doing?
Obviously, it's kind of like, oh, he's there, I'm here. Oops, where did we go wrong? But
we've heard that tennis is one of the easiest sports to fix. Have you had any experience with that?
I think the worst thing about sports betting and tennis is honestly like the messages you get after you lose a match are just incredible.
Oh, you get messages?
Yeah, like the first thing when you lose a match, the first thing when you open your phone, you get like 25 messages from people you've never even know, you've never heard about. So
would you like us less if you knew that we play pickleball?
Definitely.
Okay.
I would not do this podcast, in fact.
Just don't say. Okay.
No, don't look at the back of my car, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about something.
Never anything in there. Anyways, got rid of the balls on
something else.
Move out of the way, because I'm Massimo Ballou, and I'm here to bring you the #1 podcast at UGA, The Underdogs.
You know, I would like to say us Europeans have good taste in eating, but the Germans don't really have a good reputation. So
For eating? Have you been to Germany?
No, but I've never heard really good things about you guys.
Been. Come on now.
What do you guys do that is really good?
We have really good sauces. We have really good bread.
Sauces. Okay.
Like
That was
with,
not what I was
like
expecting.
with meat, and like we have this. It's kind of like pasta spätzle. It's like the same kind of dough.
So it's pasta,
it's
but
different.
worse. It's like Italian food, but worse.
It's
Okay, I hear
different.
you.
But the
It's
sausage,
different.
I've heard the sausage is phenomenal.
The sausage is good. We have good meat. Like, I mean, we have some things.
Yeah.
Okay, and the amount of beer y'all drink is absurd too. Isn't it like a breakfast? Like no water, beer for breakfast.
Well, it's not that extreme.
Jumping right into stereotypes about Germans.
That's a stereotype.
Jumping right into it.
Well, no, but I kid you not. Alessio and I's mutual friend Jake, he said when he was in Germany, they wouldn't give him water, just beer. That was the only beverage you would get.
But to
Okay,
be fair,
that's a little over.
is your friend an alcoholic? Is your friend an alcoholic?
No, I wouldn't say he's not.
He's close to it.
No, but he can drink.
Okay.
It's best of both worlds, right?
Good. Yeah.
Dip his toes in German culture.
I don't know if I want to continue the stereotyping on German people. I'd rather get to know our guest a little bit deeper. In case you're wondering who our guest today is, she comes all the way from Singen, Germany. And dear Lord, please tell me I pronounced that right. She's
Almost.
Almost. She's a tennis player for the best tennis program in the country. And you know what? I'm definitely not talking about Alabama's tennis program. Someone who truly lives and breathes tennis. Her tennis coach at UGA called her a court rat because her work ethic is second to none. And she's a player to watch as she continues to climb the ranks in the tennis world. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexandra Vecic.
Thank you.
So how was that as an opening? Mitchell stereotyping about you, me calling you a court rat.
Very good.
Yeah, we opened with...
I feel great here.
Very welcome.
Very welcome.
I'm gonna go leave here, tell my friends to come on.
But good, let's get into it. I want to get into you as an athlete.
Okay.
I know you've done a lot of big tennis tournaments before coming in the United States, and that's what set you up for success. The hard work, going into junior Grand Slams even. You were 17, 16 years old, traveling all around the world.
Yeah.
That must have felt good. And I'm wondering, like, what does that do to your ego? Like, if that was me, I'd be like, all right, I'm top of the world. I'm going to be #1. Like, I'm not going to hear it from anybody, but, you know, I have that type of personality. How did you feel?
I mean, obviously, it was a good feeling. Like, playing the junior Grand Slams was the best experience. College tennis was a great experience as well, but I feel like playing junior Grand Slams was just like a dream come true. It's also like, as you said, you're 16, 17, you are walking into the same locker room and you're seeing Sabalenka next to you, which is like, at such age, you're like, whoa, or you see Nadal in the players' restaurant next to you. And
You saw Nadal too?
Yeah, and he was eating fish like on the table next to me, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is like insane. How did I get here? But you're playing on the same court, so obviously, like, I mean, I wouldn't say it makes it does anything to your ego. It's more like at that age, you're just like fascinated, I would say. It's just like a lot. You just feel like happy to be there. Like, you're just like a little like Alice in Wonderland. You're just like, wow, everything's so great.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like an insane experience.
Well, you were talking about the Junior Grand Slams.
Mm-hmm.
Which tournament did you find to be the most fun to go to?
Okay, I'm biased because Australian Open was my best tournament. So obviously I would
You
say
went to the semifinals.
So obviously I would say Australia, but I mean Australia was just fun even before I made the finals. I loved it. It was a completely new experience. I've never been to Australia before. Just kind of a different culture to dive in, a lot of different things to, And the second best was US Open though. I love
why
the energy.
US?
I mean, Australian Open and US Open had kind of similar, their energy. Like, people love the sport in the country. So you really, like, even for a junior match, which, some people care about, some don't. But the people get out and they get hyped. Like, I played matches in Australia in front of, like, thousands of people, which
That's insane.
At French Open won't happen. They would be like, no, we want to go to the big states. We don't care about what the juniors do.
I was deeply in love with the U.S. Open until I paid $15 for a beer.
Well, I didn't pay $50 for a beer, so...
No, she had that VIP experience. She's sitting in there, like she's on the court, like, yeah, I get whatever I want when I get off here.
But yeah, I would say Australia still.
Okay.
So you're talking about being close to incredible athletes. You mentioned Nadal, but I'm sure there were so many others that you looked up to. What are some of the details that you noticed? Like, if I were you, if I were in your shoes, I'd be just staring at them the entire time. Look at every little thing they do. What are some of these little things you noticed when you were 17 years old looking at these big superstars in the world of tennis?
I think it's just like the small things they do, like things that really I think separate like good athletes or average athletes from like great athletes. For example, like I don't know, hydration is one thing. Like we take it seriously. I would drink water whenever you make a break. But like, for example, I watched Sharapova when I was 13 at the Porsche Grand Prix in Stuttgart, and she literally had a person that was responsible just for bringing her water during her practice. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, we were all sitting there, we were like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Snoop Dogg having a guy who rolls his joints for $100,000 a year.
Is it 100?
$100,000 a year. He just rolls the joint. This woman or man, she brings water and she makes a little bit of money.
Yeah, and every 10 minutes they would give her like, okay, here's your Powerade, here's your water, here's your, I don't know, salt. I mean, those things. I think the little things. I mean, when you watch them in the gym, like their warm-up and their mobility routine and everything is just so detailed and so precise, and they don't miss out on anything. So I think that really impressed me, and I think that's what really makes you stand out.
Just those little details, getting everything right. What would you say is different about their routine and your routine now?
I would say honestly the little details. I mean, we do take a lot of things very serious to be able to perform at the level we are performing now. But obviously Nadal, like, he does take his stretching a little more serious than we do. Or just like even like the nutrition, the hydration, nutrition, the getting in the sleep, getting in really the stretching.
And obviously we fail every day and we fail in matches.
Yeah.
What's the self-talk like when you do fail in a match, when you make a mistake?
Honestly, after matches, like with my dad, we always had that philosophy, like to get back on court and just like work solves like all the problems. That was always the philosophy. It's a little bit an Eastern European thing.
No, I love it.
But it always like losses were handled with, okay, you got to go back on the practice court and do more. So next time you will do better. In a match, I mean, especially in tennis, like it's not like gymnastics or something where you can have a perfect performance. You can't have a perfect performance in tennis. You'll make millions of mistakes in a match. So you learn to handle it. You can't let one mistake affect the next point. You just have to be really, really good at kind of forgetting and getting over it and learning from your mistakes and being like, okay, I know that happened. I shouldn't do it again. But, learning from your mistakes, but getting over it and just keeping a positive mindset.
I don't know if it was in one of the Grand Slams, but you won a tournament on the women's side and on the men's side. And tell me if this is wrong or is this a legend?
Alcaraz. I know what's coming.
Right, so
People talk to me about that a lot.
Right, you won on the women's side, he won on the men's side. And Alcaraz, for those who don't know, he's the biggest talent in tennis right now. And as an Italian, it hurts me because Sinner is number one, yes, but there's been scandals in there. I'm not even going to get into it. It hurts me too bad. But Alcaraz, superstar, absolute superstar, probably the most talented in terms of pure talent in tennis right now. How does it feel to know that at one point you guys were there together and now you see what he's doing?
I mean, it's cool to know him. obviously it's kind of like, oh, he's there, I'm here. Oops, where did we go wrong? But he's a super cool guy. Honestly, like he was very humble back then. I mean, back then he already was practicing at the Ferrero Academy, and he had a full contract. And you could think you already knew he would be really good at some point. But he was very humble. Like even the whole environment, the whole tournament was at the academy. And they were just super, super humble, super nice. Like he would say hello from the first day. He would be very, very humble. And that's why I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really happy it all worked out for him. I'm happy he didn't, a lot of young talents like him, they kind of crack when they get,
to the big stage.
To the big stage when they get too good.
And then he's there at Wimbledon beating Djokovic.
Yeah, but he didn't crack at all. Like and he has an amazing environment, honestly. Like you could already see it back then, and I'm happy it worked out for him.
Yeah. But then there's a big transition in your life. Going from Germany to the United States, getting a full tuition scholarship to come to UGA. Tell me about this experience at UGA. Why did you pick UGA over every other program?
Well, I mean, I had some struggles with some injuries, so my body wasn't holding up great. That was one part. And the other part was just like, I mean, I wanted to get an education at the same time, and in Germany it's really hard to go to university and play pro tennis at the same time. It's almost impossible.
I know in Europe they do that less than they do here in the U.S. In the U.S. they send a lot of the athletes in college, and then they go pro. In Europe they're like, if you're good, you're not going to college. Who fucking cares about college? You're going pro, buddy.
Exactly, because everything is separated. Like college and like education and sports is completely separated in Europe.
Really?
So, yeah. So
like no high school team, no elementary school?
No, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's completely two different worlds.
I read one of your interviews, and you talk about this big jump between going from being an individual player in tennis to being in a team. Do you like that?
Yes.
Number one.
I love it.
Why do you love it?
Honestly, I love it because of my teammates. I think that's the biggest thing. I know most of my teammates from juniors. Like we're all coming kind of from the same background. We all came from, different parts of the world to the US to chase our dreams here, and it's just super cool. Like I would consider them my close friends, and just playing with your close friends is a special experience.
And this is my opinion about internationals coming in the US. They always want to make new friends because they don't know anybody. So you don't want to be mean to people in your team, especially because otherwise you're not going to have friends. But and there I understand how important it is to have like a connection, because one helps the other. We were talking about it last week with Kristen Miller, how important it is to have a teammate who's gonna cheer you up, but then tell you when you're fucking up, when you need to do more. Does that happen? You guys have those dynamics in the tennis team, like looking at another tennis player, one of your teammates, and tell them, hey, you need to work harder. You're not working hard enough. Does that happen? Do you guys have that level of confidence?
Well, obviously it happens. I mean, there are moments, we have a very harmonic team. Like our harmony is great, but obviously there are moments where, people fuck up because, we're all humans. But I think we handle it really well in the team. It's never like, because we're so close friends, it's never like, it never leads to conflict, but it's more just like, okay, we want the best for each other, so we're, keeping each other accountable if we need to.
Yeah, never gets too personal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
As an international student athlete, what were some difficulties when you came here in the U.S. at the University of Georgia?
Surprisingly, I had no difficulties with school ever.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was never. It was more like the everyday life where I just had culture shocks like 3 times a day.
Like what?
But I mean, for example, the food was a big one. The way people dress, like the "Hey, how are you?" Like that was a big culture shock.
Yeah. What do you mean, hey, how are you? Like just greeting people?
Yeah, that everyone is like, hey, how are you? And I was like explaining to people how I am, and then I realized like they don't really care. It's just like everyone tells you that. And then
people are mean.
Yeah, and then one friend was like, just like when someone asks you should just tell them, hey, you're good, and how are you? And I'm like, what if I'm not good? And they're like, they don't care, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. But yeah.
How do you guys greet in Germany? Do you guys give a kiss like we do in Italy, or what's the deal?
No, we're more cold. Like if you know someone, just say hi.
Like this?
Yeah. If you don't know anyone or you don't like someone, just don't say nothing.
Oh, you don't say nothing.
No.
You don't even act like you do.
You're just like...
See, Germans are straight to the point. There's no need for all this like fake, oh, hey, how you doing? Give a big smile and then go.
Yeah, turn around. Because it's almost like part of the culture where if you don't say good, okay, or I'm doing great, then you're like, you're just a douche. You're like, oh, you actually told me about your day? I don't want to hear that. I was trying to be nice and move on.
That was me the first week. And people looked at me and were like, okay, she's definitely not from here.
Tennis is supposed to be, a sport of gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Yeah, very respectful. It's in country clubs.
But then it pisses you off so much.
Well, just the pretentious aspect?
No, I'm talking about I play tennis a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I play enough to say it pisses me off, because it's only you. You don't have anybody to blame.
You don't blame anyone else.
So I'm ready to get pissed at somebody, then I'm like, oh shit, that was me. Fuck.
That's true.
Do you get mad when you play tennis?
I do get mad.
Yeah?
I do
What
get
do you
mad.
do when you get mad?
That's my Serbian temperament. I mean, here they're really picky about us not getting mad. But
oh, really?
Yes. They're very, very picky about that. So I'm trying to control myself really well here. When I say some bad words, I try to say them in Serbian so no one understands.
Oh, nobody will get that.
That's a good cover-up. I love it.
But, yeah.
So you're telling me, UGA aside, if there were nobody censoring you on the court, you'd be yelling in Serbian, you'd be throwing the racket, you'd be jumping up and down.
I wouldn't be. No, I wouldn't be that loud. That's maybe a little too much, but I mean,
I would.
I did break a few rackets.
You did?
I did say a few weird words. It just in a moment, it's just like
In the moment, it feels great
You can't
too.
really control it. Yes.
And then when you broke these rackets, was this like a practice or was this in a tournament when you did it?
Oh, in a tournament. Yeah, in
Before
practice,
UGA
I don't get
or
that much.
UGA?
Before UGA.
Before UGA.
Yeah.
What do they tell you guys?
What did they tell us?
Yeah, at UGA. When you come in, they see this girl from Germany speaking Serbian, yelling all sorts of stuff like Alex. Somebody came to talk to you?
Well, no one came to talk to us. It's just like, they're like, oh, if something happens, like they make us run at 6 a.m.
Oh.
So your team's holding you accountable too.
So we were suffering, and so they're like, okay, they're not going to do that again.
Because if you're running at 6 in the morning, that means you're waking up at 4:45.
Yeah.
That's not fun. That's not fun. And then when it's a punishment kind of workout, it's miserable because there is no breaks on that. It's go again.
They either make us run or make us clean the weight room, which is probably even worse.
Weight room is worse.
Yeah.
Do they get you like on your hands and knees and you're scrubbing the floor?
Cleaning the whole weight room. Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
Like 2 hours, 3 hours?
We cleaned the last time we had to do it. We cleaned it for 3 hours. Because they make us clean every machine, like it's pretty annoying. I think it's even worse than the running. I prefer the running.
You prefer the running?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what onset, what caused the last cleanup to happen?
The last cleanup? I don't know if I should say that on camera.
So there's a match with University of Alabama today. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about that? How are you cheering your team on from being still in Athens?
I mean, I'll obviously watch the match a little, and I feel really good about the match. I think
it's Alabama.
I think we got that.
Yeah.
But
I honestly want to move on from this because why should we talk about Alabama?
They're just not really that
They're
relevant.
not
They're
that
going to win.
interesting.
We know they're going to succeed. It's just irrelevant team.
Yeah,
we got it.
And their tennis fans kind of suck. But again, we're not perfect, right?
No, of course
they're good at something.
We just haven't figured out what it is yet. And since Nick said there's nothing.
Well, we will for sure at some point. No, I'd like to talk about your guys' game, but it's like you playing against.
I don't know, children. It's not. Besides the point.
My teammates will take care of it today.
Oh yeah, we're number one in college. It's to be proud of.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, we're number one in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this one, tennis, it's very important. Tennis is one of the big sports in the world. Don't look at Americans. They'll say baseball, football, and all that. Tennis is one of the biggest sports. What would you put in the top 3 of the biggest sports in the world?
And the biggest spots in the world? Soccer. I would put soccer at number 1.
Do you watch soccer?
I watch soccer. Soccer is really big in Germany.
Okay.
Soccer, I would put basketball on 2 probably, worldwide.
Yeah.
3 is tough. I don't know if I would put tennis there.
Come on.
Maybe tennis, yeah, because I'm biased.
What would be the only other rugby maybe or cricket would be the only
Cricket would be the only one just because a lot of Indians play that. Like millions. There's just so many and they all play cricket. So cricket might be the second most played sport, I think.
Oh.
I'm going to be fact checked, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. There's just so many. If they all play the same sport, then you have it. Imagine if there was a country with 2 billion Italians. then it'd be only soccer.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the same thing for India. They love that cricket. For some reason, I saw my dad playing cricket the other day, and I don't know. I'm going to close that parenthesis. I don't want to talk about it.
So, the sports betting. So Massimo's been in the sports betting class, and like any college student, I figured out about a bookie, and I had some fun myself. But we've heard that tennis is one of the easiest sports to fix. Have you had any experience with that, or maybe had someone who's bet and fixed a game?
I personally had no experience with someone fixing a game, but obviously it could be pretty easy, especially like on the lower prize money circuit tournaments. I guess there is something of that. I think the worst thing about sports betting in tennis is honestly like the messages you get after you lose a match are just incredible.
Oh, you get messages?
Yeah, like the first thing when you lose a match, the first thing when you open your phone, you get like 25 messages from people you've never even never heard about, and they just write you things you never want to say out loud.
No, but
you ruined some guy's parlay.
Yeah,
no,
and that's a problem.
Because it's like, I know, especially, college athletes, I'd consider you guys more vulnerable compared to professional athletes. And then we could get into the discussion, should this be allowed, betting on college sports? Do you think that should be allowed?
No.
No. Why?
No. Well, because I know how it is when you lose a professional match, and I know from other like professional tennis players their experience, and I don't even want to imagine, what happens when you get way more up. Like I'm talking about, matches that are played at like 35K tournaments, 60K, those kind of levels, 100K. So probably for a WTA or a Grand Slam is like way worse. And I just don't think it would be a good environment for student athletes to be in. So I don't think that's why sports betting should be not legal in college.
Yeah. You were mentioning about specific messages. Do they ever threat you guys?
Yeah. That goes from like life threats to bad insults to it's pretty bad, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's even like you get those messages after every match. Even if you win, you can't satisfy them because they will be like, "Oh, you lost your serve at 5-5." I'm like, "Okay, well."
How do you react to those messages?
Oh, I just delete them. I don't really care.
You don't care?
I mean, I delete them. I don't really care, but it's obviously like, it's not a nice environment to be in. And it's like, especially like if you lose a match, you already feel bad. So there's no need for every pro tennis player when they go off the court to get those messages after every match.
You gotta be pitiful to be sending messages to a college kid in sports after you place the wrong bet.
It's like, I think that's on you. You're placing your bet on a college kid. You're putting your mortgage on this kid, and now you're mad that he messed up. What did you think was gonna happen?
Well, I mean, in tennis, the problem with tennis is you can bet on so many little things. Like you can be betting on every point theoretically. So it's just like there's so many details you can bet on.
Yeah, like the fifth serve.
Yeah, and it's a lot of money honestly involved. Like there's a lot of money in sports betting, so people obviously lose a lot of money, and
Plus, now the introduction of NIL deals has shifted the cards a little bit. But again, you guys are not making that much money because then I know, and I'm referring to scandals from the past, like the 1994 Arizona State point shaving with Headache, and now I'm talking about basketball in this case, where these kids were offered great quantities of money to do point shaving. And Headache, he was the best player of his team. He was supposed to be drafted to go to the NBA. That never happened because he got involved in these scandals. And he's going to schools. He's talking to athletes, basketball players about the danger of being involved in such situations. Have you ever, feel free to answer however you want, have you ever been offered money to fix a game?
No.
Have you ever heard of people who have in the tennis world around you?
Yes.
And what's the feeling that gives you?
Well, I never know anyone that did it because it's just like...
They probably wouldn't talk about it.
Because they wouldn't tell you.
Probably they wouldn't tell me, first of all, but it's also like, I mean, the risk is just too high. Like, I mean, you know, especially in those lower level tournaments, like you obviously do tennis to get to the Grand Slams, you do it to chase your dreams, you do it because you love it. So there's no real point in like,
But
in going into those deals, because you know it will hurt you way more than it will give
you
you.
are right, but what if you know you're not going to go pro? What if you know you're not going to make that big amount of money like other athletes who have that in their future? And you're like, man, I could get $30,000 right now to lose this game or to win this game by just this little.
Yeah, that just sucks. I mean, you're just put in an uncomfortable situation as a kid where it's like, this could be it. And then again, like you said, kids shouldn't be faced with the opportunity to have that. Like, oh, here's $30,000. I mean, dude, if you're 17, 18 years old, you're probably going to take that. So to avoid it and postpone it, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think for college athletes, it would not be healthy to have sports betting.
No. But now with NIL deals, it's interesting because now it's like, I think Christian Miller said this, it's the pros before the pros. You are like, you're getting fined $15,000 for not wearing the right socks.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, I mean, you get into college with a lot of money. And I feel like with the NIL deals now, it gets more like, as you said, like it's not professional, but it kind of is professional.
Yeah.
Because you still get paid money and you still, you know, in the future, probably people will decide to which college they go, like, depending on how much money they get.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of, you know.
How are your NIL deals going?
Sorry?
Have you got any NIL deals?
I can't get NIL deals.
Oh, you can't?
As international, you cannot get any NIL deals.
Oh,
Really?
I
Because
didn't know that.
you can make money on the F1 visa.
Okay, so you're
can't-
allowed to take the bribery.
Sorry?
No, nothing. Looking at your college career, a lot of injuries, unfortunately. And, you know, injuries are not only something that affect you physically, but also psychologically. As somebody like you who's been described as a coach by somebody who wants to be on the court all the time, you're crazy about tennis. Am I wrong if I say that?
No.
You're absolutely
You're
nuts.
right.
Okay, you're nuts about this game. And I'm wondering, how does it make you feel to have to stay out, especially now you had the surgery the other day, right? How does it feel to not be on the court where you belong? And how do you deal with that feeling?
I mean, it's obviously hard. It's really hard because that's what I did my whole life. And, you know, I did it. My life was kind of evolving around tennis. So you sacrifice a lot. You put it in the middle, like in the center of your life. So not having it and having to sit out because of an injury is obviously really hard. And I feel like injuries are the hardest part about being an athlete just because you can't really influence them. Obviously, some injuries you can with treatment, with, you know, things like that. But the injury I had, I just couldn't do anything about it. So it's just like hard because you don't really have an influence on it or how it will turn out or how, you know, how fast you will be back on court. But I think what's really important when you have an injury is your support system around you. That really, like, if you're alone in that time, it can be really tough. But I have a great support system here at UGA, like starting from my coaches to my athletic trainer to, you know, my teammates to even everyone involved in my academics. And it's just insane. And I have a lot of really good friends here that just gave me a lot of love before my surgery, after my surgery. My coaches, you know, I have a very caring boyfriend that makes sure I'm happy. So just, you know, everyone is making sure I'm happy and thriving, even though I can't be on court.
Right.
So now you have an abundance of free time.
Yes.
What are you pursuing now?
You know, that was my big question after my surgery. I was like, what do I do with myself? But I hang out a lot with my friends. I spend a lot of time just like, you know, enjoying having more time to spend time with friends and do things I never had time to do. I learn new languages. I love to do that. I love to read. I love to go out for dinners, watch movies.
How many languages do you know?
German and Serbian are my mother languages, my native languages. English, I know. Spanish, you know, when I read, I almost understand everything, or when I listen, speaking, I can communicate. It's not perfect, but I can communicate.
How's the Italian going?
It's going okay.
That's the most important language, you know that.
Yeah, I'm
by far the
learning.
most
I'm
important.
learning. I'm preparing for the summer.
Oh, you're going to Italy this summer?
Yes.
Where are you going?
We're going to Rome
Nice.
and Bologna.
Let's go. Yeah, beautiful places. I want to do a little bit of balance. Like, look at you before and you now. Let's imagine this. I'm going to paint a scenario right now. You're 17-year-old. You're going all around the world, right? You're done with a tennis tournament. You're back in your room. You're in the bed dreaming about the future and what it will be. What did you think your future was going to look like, let's say, at 25 before? And what do you see now for your future?
With 17, honestly, if someone would have asked me, I would have hoped that my future would look like that I'm playing the Grand Slams, that I'm playing the big tournaments in tennis, that I'm, somewhere in the top 100, top 50 maybe, and just, pursuing my dream as a professional tennis player. Looking at it now, I still hope that's the case. Next year I will graduate with my master here. I will try to play professional for a couple of years, depending on my wrist, honestly. But, the last couple of months since I had my wrist injury just gave me a new perspective also. And it just showed me, the things outside of the court that I never really had time to explore. So, I still hope I will be on the Grand Slams with 25 and live my dream as a professional tennis player. But I also realized even if my wrist doesn't allow me to do that for any reason, there are other paths that will make me happy.
Maybe picking up pickleball.
No.
Yeah, you can start with pickleball.
It's kind of a time sport. If the risk happens, might as well go do something, right?
I swear, I heard a lot of people here at UGA saying pickleball is better than tennis. You
No,
can just,
I hate that. I hate that statement. I cannot.
What's wrong with it? It's so fun. It's so easy to pick up. You go out there, you barely do any effort, and you leave after 3 hours feeling like you did no workout.
It's just seeing tennis courts being transformed into pickleball courts just really hurts my heart.
Oh, you're talking about all the lines that you see on there too.
Yes.
It's just
I just don't like it. Tennis players don't like pickleballs. Don't talk to a tennis player
Why?
about pickleball.
Is it just because of the field, the court? Sorry. You're taking our territory. Is that what it is about? It's all about territory. This is our land. This is our land. Looks like.
It's kind of from a tennis player perspective. Is you create another sport that's supposed to be similar to tennis, but it's it doesn't require the same skills. It's for people. We don't want to learn tennis. We don't want to put that effort in. So let's just play pickleball. You can learn it in an hour. It's kind of
pretty easy.
I mean, would you even call it a real sport? Would you call it a real sport if you can learn it in an hour?
No. That's controversial. People would say, "Oh no, it's a real sport."
Well, don't worry. If the whole sport is just dinking, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, would you consider ping pong a real sport then?
Yes.
At that point?
Yes.
But not pickleball. Now there's an incongruence here. Why ping pong yes and pickleball? There's the hate here that you tennis players
It's purely
have.
by
It's just absurd. I've talked to a very rational, well-spoken German tennis player so far, and then she lost her mind on pickleball.
As soon as we bring it up, and we bring up this great comparison. All right, ping pong, yeah, totally a sport, right? But pickleball, no.
Well,
Yeah,
but
so
it takes our
rational.
sacred
She was so
space.
rational and thoughtful so far, and then just simple logic, she lost it with pickleball.
but you see ping pong at the Olympics. You don't see pickleball at the Olympics.
Not yet.
You see, that's a good argument.
That is a good argument.
If they put pickleball in the Olympics, then I will say it's a sport.
Okay. I feel like that's a good baseline to have.
Yeah.
But then again, it's how fast it's growing. I don't know. Hopefully it gets to Germany. I think they'll love it there.
I hope it never gets to Germany.
Paddle is really
right
good.
here in the West.
Paddle is really big in Europe.
It's very big in
Do you
Spain.
like paddle? No, you hate paddle too.
No, paddle is better.
Okay.
Because paddle is different than pickleball. I mean, paddle with the, that you can go on the walls and that it can go back and stuff. I think that gives it a different dimension.
Yeah.
So-
Would you like us less if you knew that we play pickleball?
Definitely.
Okay.
I would not do this podcast, in fact.
Just don't say it. Okay.
No, don't look at the back of my car, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about
There's
something.
never anything in there. Anyways, got rid of the balls on the
Something
thing.
else. Well, we got to wrap up.
We do, and I think we're going to finish on a little game. And it's just going to be a little fun note. And we're going to call the segment Germany versus the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
We say
interesting.
award.
And you're going to say which country does it best.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Germany.
Who is better at forgetting certain parts of history?
Germany.
Fans.
US.
Efficiency.
Germany.
Anger.
Anger. US.
Bars or clubs.
Oh. Okay, to be fair, I've never been really to a club in Atlanta, but I would say Germany from my experience.
Okay. I've heard clubs in Germany are pretty awesome.
They're pretty good.
They're
Yeah.
Good reputation. Really good reputation.
Yeah.
Slang.
US, I don't understand it.
Really? You don't know the slang in the US?
I have so much problem in understanding slang. It's like when someone says something and I just smile and I'm like, please don't ask me a question.
like we're moving on.
He does that to me. It makes me really upset.
Really?
Yeah, like sometimes you'll say some slangs, it's like some sayings. I'm like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking
And the
about.
best part is I never know when he's confused. He just smiles and moves on. He just
That's what
like,
I do. That's the best thing. Just pretend it wasn't a question. Just smile and be like, yeah, sure.
That's
of
great.
course.
I love that.
I'll ask you once, I'll ask you twice, then I see that you're getting irritated, I'll start smiling and nodding, and that's
Exactly, same.
yeah, but this was a fun conversation. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming. A round of applause for Alexandra Vecic.
Thanks for having me.